Hey guys, it's Avangel, welcome back to the channel, and we're returning to a classic Avangel, well, pre-Avangel adventure. We're up here at Campbell Island in British Columbia. There's Charlie, Bravo Bravo Charlie, and we're flying a resupply mission. The weather's coming in fast, and there is a logging camp down at Rivers Inlet, and the guys there need supplies before it gets too harsh. We're likely going to make it in before it gets too dark and too snowy, but whether we'll make it out or not is another matter. So we are definitely going to have to get in there, but it's going to be a bit of a trip to get through it and through the mountains, so we have to be careful with this weather. Let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll. Now this is Sal's 206, personal favourite of mine, beautiful little beast, and I will, before too long, have the Angel Aviation livery on it, as my old little kind of fictional company, Campbell Aviation, will be reborn now I have the Avangel kind of identity. It'd be great if Sal one day put the 24 features on this. I'd be so happy. That'd be done forever. But as it doesn't, we can just hop in the cockpit. So let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll for tonight and get ourselves going. I'll say tonight. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but of course it's getting very dark here already in this part of the world. Let's make sure everything is set where it needs to be. We need to not mess around because we're short on time here. So batteries on. Ding, 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 ding. 1 and 2 and 3 and off and go prop. Okay, that's up and running. Okay, right, everything's coming online, and for once that one's the one that's actually bright and that's not. I can take it. This is a useful situation. There we go. Okay, everything's looking good across the board here. We're going to get ourselves moving, I think. I think that's the close that is close. Yeah, we don't need them open that much. It's very cold outside. Make sure our transponder is set as we need it to be. Stand by, we'll go for 1200. Okay. Campbell Island traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray is going to be departing for runway straight out departure on 22. Right, let's get ourselves moving. Now, I will tell you some stories when we get flying here. And those stories are the origins of my bush flying adventures in the sim. Because this is going to be a classic old mission of mine. Flying a 206, which back then was Coronado's old 206 bush pack. Which had the Tundra tire option, it had the... Did it have a Tundra? No, there was a cargo pod, and there was a wheeled version, and there was also a amphib version. I loved them. Okay, make sure that's touched on. Let's get ourselves rolling, shall we? Airspeed's alive. Put my yoke back on because I don't like flying without the yoke on. It's weird of me, I know. A little bit of wind, but nothing too bad today. So it should be about a 25-minute jaunt, the route we're taking. But we do have some navigation to do. So we're heading down across Hunter Island and then Nallau Island, and we turn inland and follow a glacial track and one of the fjord channels at Hecate Island. It shouldn't be too troublesome for us. We'll need to turn south now. Let's make sure my head tracking is switched on there. Pull the flaps in. Let's get ourselves configured here. Bring our power down a little bit. So we're going to be a low ceiling today, but it's not going to be too troublesome for us just now. But that'll change as we head south, I suspect. We're only a little bit of 1,000 feet of wiggle room here, which isn't a ton to play with. I will need to make sure my pitot heat goes on actually here. That's going to be useful. Okay. There's Campbell Island, our little home. It's miles from everywhere, but you know what? I don't know why I picked it, but it became my home. It became my virtual flying home. There was an old bush flying forum. Yes, back in the day of forums. And this little forum was home to a lot of bush pilots and flight sim. Now this was an era of FSX when we had things like Misty Moorings and Return to Misty Moorings sceneries from the FS 2004 days, We can return to Misty Moorings, of course. And that was for the Orbex Pacific Fjords area. And also for things like... I've forgotten which it was now. There's a pack for just north of the Pacific Fjords region. Oh, the Tongva Fjords? I forget who made that pack, but there's a Tongva Fjords pack. And this basically gave us such amazing bushflying scenery, little strips, gave us little lighthouses, canneries, all sorts, tons of float options and float places, but loads of little bush strips too, and it was phenomenal stuff. Absolutely enjoyed ourselves wildly. As, look at this. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, FS 2024 looking pretty gorgeous actually. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of a layer of cloud above us right here, which we'll just appear into if we go up there, but the world looking very peaceable and pretty, and that would be Denny Island over there. That's the village and the cannery of Denny Island. Denny Island's strip is basically a man compared to Campbell Island's one. There's a small apron area, but that's about it. The strip starts there. That's all running area. The road leading out to it, and there's literally just a little dispersal. That's about it. Oh, the memories of my childhood flying 206 over Campbell and Denny Island. But no, back in the days, and this is going to sound like Granny Avengel telling you stories of flight simming back in the old days. Ugh. Speaking of which, someone on... when I was the Creator of the Month for Flight Sim in October, someone put in the comments under my picture, you know, a headshot of me. They put, "Who else thought she was an old lady?" I'm like, you a-holes. That is very rude. That's mean. We don't do that. What course do I need? I need 350. Am I turning the right way? No, I'm going the wrong way. I need to come this way, sorry. But no, and I'll just turn this off so I'm not wagging my head around as I talk. But, yeah, back in those old days, we had forums. Now, this is before YouTube was really a medium, and this is before... This is the early days of kind of virtual airlines and flying of that sort. Now, this wasn't really a virtual airline, but it was a collection of people who enjoyed bush flying. And we together would fly little missions. We'd go on our little fictional airlines, we'd make deliveries for our planes, and we'd fly our little missions. We'd go resupply hunters, we'd go rescue people from the bush, and we'd do all sorts of cool fictional little missions in the sim. And we'd write pilot reports, pyreps about this stuff, and these would be little fictional recollections, and these would be some of my earlier writings. I had a fictional pilot, Maria Campbell, that was the character. She was the daughter of, that was John Campbell, her father, who'd basically founded the thing in the 50s, 60s. So it was very much a kind of family operation, bush flying out in British Columbia. And I loved this stuff. And I had a whole fictional universe of characters, and we'd do deliveries and rescue missions. There'd be emergencies where we'd lose power over the mountains and have to try and find our way back. It was phenomenal stuff. I had a wonderful time. And it really was a very enjoyable way to experience flight sim. And there's a page of this that I'm missing, and I'm really kind of annoyed that the page is not showing up properly. Yeah, one of the pages is not showing up. This is not working titles one. It's being strange. But we're at least somewhat on track. That's okay. And the weather's not in our favour here. There we go. But yes, so we'd write these pyreps and fictional recollections and stories, and we had a wonderful time, because it gave you a reason in the days before we had career mode, the days before we had VAs telling you to go A to B in Volanta and all sorts of things, telling you how soft your touchdown rate was. And it was fun. It was enjoyable, and it was pleasant, and it was exciting, and it gave us a reason to enjoy what we did as simmers. Right, this should be Nalu. I think it is Nalu Island, it is. Now, we are about 12 nautical miles out from... This is confused. I don't think this is actually telling the truth. We're about 12 out from the turn, so we should be on Nahalu, or Nalau. If we take a look outside. You know, I could always put the easier navigation tool here and actually cheat, which I'm going to do just now. So yes, this is Nalu Island, and that drops us down to... Oh no, this is Hunter, sorry. This is Nalu, and this bit here is Hecate. So we're heading down to our turn just level with the tip of Hecate. And we're kind of on course for that right now, is where we're heading. If you see us here, and we head inland along this glacial feature here. And we head all the way to this land bridge, where it's River's Inlet. Nice and simple, really easy, a good straightforward mission. And we're kind of on course now. And it's starting to get a little snowier, so we want to focus on what we're doing outside the cockpit here. So make sure we're not pushing it too hard. We're getting some snow passing by. I don't think the glass is reacting too well, for some reason, to the snow. Although the terrain's around us, so we need to be a little more concerned here. Okay, that's getting nice and dark now. I don't like that. We're into IMC conditions here, so we're going to have to turn some lighting on, I think. Let's see if I remember how to turn the lights on in 206. It has been a minute. Make sure I'm not flying in a weird direction. Oh no, we're actually descending, so we kind of get ourselves straightened out here. In fact, I will just turn the autopilot on to stabilize myself whilst I focus on this. Otherwise, I am going to do a hack in these conditions because I'm getting focused on the wrong thing. We just stabilize us out. Okay, that's taking care of that for us. We're not going to basically explode. So yeah, these are my lights here. Are they actually doing anything? I don't think they actually are. Well, that's our cockpit actual light there we've turned on. Oh, okay, they do work. Let's just kind of encourage them on there. Okay. Oh, so it's click and drag. There we go. Everything's a little bit brighter now, and we have some light. And we're wildly, of course. Of course. Of course. Turn ourselves south here. Now we've got the drama of working out where the light switch is. We're okay. There we go. So I think that should be us across the way down there. And there will be the land at our destination. Looking good. Okay. But we'll use Billy Bob autopilot again, just because he is making my life easier. I could set it on nav mode. I really could, and Nah. We'll stick to heading for now. It's much simpler. So we're at 1,300 feet right now, so we'll just set that as Alt, because we want to stay where we are. Okay. And we're just a bit high. Like, if we're a little bit lower, we'll be outside of this, but we'll drop down a little, actually. Because with the fading light and the increasing snow, it's making it a lot harder to see what we're doing. Try and manage our descent rates a little bit better. We're getting tossed around a little bit actually in this because we're not actually descending at all, as I'd like to. Come on, let's go down. My consistency in IMC is very poor. I'm not very good at it. Under 1,000 feet. The level is out here. I can't see anything still, which is concerning. We're over water right now, so I'm getting disorientated and I'm not very good at this. I can see snow everywhere. All I can see is snow. And now I'm climbing. I need to put this back on. I'm struggling to maintain my orientation. Okay, let's set that on. And we'll set altitude hold at 1100. So we'll let the plane stabilize itself out, and we'll use our heading controls to basically... We need to go left, so we need to go this way. Yeah, these really don't seem to be putting any lights on. There's some light, but it's not a lot. Cabin heat, cabin air. Okay, getting very dark actually out here. We're heading on the correct course now. That's all I can tell you so far, is we are actually on course. And we'll just put that off there so we're not focusing on the wrong things. I'd love to see more light in here. But the light splash to 24 is seeming struggling almost in comparison. So we're on track. We're heading down to here. Speed is looking good still. We're in the power range we want to be in. We could actually probably give it a little bit more here. Stay in our reference range there. No visual on what's below. No, just cloud. Cloud and ocean and snow. Hopefully we'll drop out of this once we get into the terrain and we'll be able to see a bit more, because right now it's very, very dim. And I'm limited in what I can see. So this is nerve-wracking for me because I'm not used to night flying, especially heading into a mountainous area. This could be problematic. So looking where we're going here, you'll see we're about to actually intercept almost perfectly with our marker we set, and then it's fly the valley. So we should be okay once we reach the valley. Local time is... That's not the correct time. Even slightly, it's not 20 past midnight. Because it was 3 PM in the afternoon when we started flying. It can't be much more after 3. So of course we'll be down to this intersection point and we'll have to watch out for terrain then. Because 1100 feet will not do us any good. So we're going to drop down here actually. So let ourselves descend until we get some sort of visual with something. We appear to be right at the edge of the actual cloud layer, so we might be able to get visual with something when we get a bit lower. And we should have terrain coming into sight soon. There we go, we have terrain ahead of us. Okay. It's not great, but it's something. This is really, really bad. Okay. This is not good. This is us basically scud running over the snow. And I need to basically break through to the water. Once we're through to the water, we should be okay. I need to go this way. Cross this ridge line and we should be alright to drop down. There we are. I see the valley. There we are. We're good. Okay, fantastic. We have good visual. This is it. We have good visuals now. Visibility is good. And we're in the pipe. 5x5. Bush flying in bad conditions is terrifying until you get to the place you want to be, the correct fjord or the correct valley. And all of a sudden you can just break out into visual flight conditions. And it's very relaxing suddenly. As I need to make sure my head tracking is staying on my head. I washed my hair this morning, so my hair is very silky, and the head tracking clip is sliding. Also, twinkly trees, that's quite weird. But there we go. Okay, so we shouldn't be too bad here. We shouldn't be far away at all. And it should be a fairly straight shot through what appears to be decent visuals. Over the water, it was really socked down. right down towards the land, and I thought it was going to be rough to bring in land, but we appear to get about 1,000 feet worth of visual once we're down here. Let's trim that out. There we go. So it should be a relatively straight run here out to our guys, and yeah, that glass texture needs some work against the cloud because it's a little bit swirly right now. When it's all socked out, it looks great. When it's clear, it looks great. When it's in these mixed conditions, it's a little bit milky. And it's very northern lightsy almost, but it's quite weird as we're now heading into worse conditions. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o! Okay, we're still okay here. I don't like this. I think it's interaction with the snow hitting the windshield. Because if I go exterior... Yeah, we have snow. So I think it's a reaction of the glass not liking the 24 materials. Oh, fiddlesticks. This is... Let's get down where I can see anything. Out here, we don't need no stinking rules. We're okay. We'll make it work. Dashing through the snow in a I'm thinking one-horse open sleigh, but I want to think of like a one-engine Cessna plane. Dashing through the snow in a single-engine Cessna plane. No, it doesn't work. Dashing through the snow in a one-prop aeroplane. Over hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha 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 ha. There we go. That's the last time you'll ever hear me sing. Ever. But, yes. God, this sim actually looks breathtakingly beautiful when it's like this. We've got absolutely borderline visibility, the snow, the trees. It is stunning. And I'm going to pull in closer to the bank here because we seem to have the cloud peeling away a little bit. The fog lifts closer to the terrain. And that's waves I don't like seeing. I do not like seeing waves. And that's a hillside. Let's not say hi to that too closely. If the windshield wasn't being so weird, I'd probably be okay. And if it was lighter, I'd probably be even better. But I chose to do this at 3 PM in the afternoon, as it's growing dusk, because it would be a more challenging resupply mission to get these guys their supplies. If I have to fly in snowy conditions and the falling dusk, it feels appropriate for this time of year to go hard mode. At least I've got some visibility that way. Okay. See, it clears up a little bit, but not much. I've got this swirling effect on the windshield that's really kind of messing with my head. Okay, we drop out to the main channel shortly, which means hold her steady and don't hit the water. We should have terrain to follow the whole way in. It should be a thing. And we might make it okay. Try and keep myself on track here. Keep that about 1,000 feet. That's water getting very close. So much for 1,000 feet. No, that's 100 feet. I can't translate altimeter. I was looking at the wrong needle. The big one, not the small one. Yeah, that was 100 feet, not 1,000 feet. You dumb, dumb girl. Okay, there's trees. Okay, I'm pulling away from this. I don't like this. No, I'm descending here. Come on. No descending. Bad. Okay. We can't seem to maintain altitude in this. There's trees below. Like, I try to climb and then I just lose everything and disorientate in the slop. I'm terrified because I don't quite know where the terrain is. I don't have appropriate mappage, and I haven't enough appropriate data on the area to know exactly where to fly at what altitude to be safe. So there's a lot of guesswork here, and I know I have to descend soon. I don't want to have to do it blind. And the terrain ahead of me will climb up, so I have to be very nervous about that. We're still to climb, though. Keep our nose pointed up right here, about 5 degrees nose up. Maybe a little bit less than that. There we go. Should we come up on that terrain wedge ahead of us? And then it won't be far at all. I can't see a thing in this and I'm terrified. This is as bad as the time I took the Coronado 207 out in the snowstorm in Alaska. I feel just as terrified about this. Okay, we're going through a layer there. Okay. We are, of course, so we're to go this way. And there's that terrain I was expecting to see. Oh, you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, aren't you? We'll always bail off to the right if we have to, but I'd rather not have to. They should start descending soon. Is that light on that side? Oh my god. The terrain dropped off like we expected, and there's sky above us. I'm aiming for you, baby. I want to see some light. I want to get out of this snow. Come on. I just want to see some daylight. I've been exhausted this entire trip. Come on. Feels like an angel reaching up to the sky. I can see the light. And it feels amazing. And then I remember I have to go back into this crap. At least up here we know we're safe roughly from where we're heading. So that's okay. So I'll trim us out and let us sit a bit safe here. Power's set back where it needs to be. That is relaxing after what we just went through. Now I have no idea where we are, but we'll manage. 4.5. Okay. Right. Altitude is good, and attitude is good right now. Let's pull up our nav tools, because I wish this was an option of more things. Okay. We're actually about to arrive over target very shortly. In fact, I should probably descend now. Oh boy, this is going to be terrifying. Let's set my descent. Let's pull the power out and hope, because it's next to the water, we'll have a couple of 100 feet of visibility. But the water port to the west of our destination is ahead of us right now, right here, and our airport is just behind it. So we're descending over this now, and so we'll have this width of the valley to play with, and next to zero visibility, which is terrifying to descend through. Yeah, this is what we're flying in. Absolute soup. I see water. I see visibility. Oh my god. Breaking through the cloud to see all of this is absolutely stunning. There we go. The water port's down there by the small cannery. And there's our destination. That is a miracle of epic proportions. Visibility over target. Power's out. We've got the whole valley to play with. We can see what we're doing. We can make it in here, no problems whatsoever. Oh my gosh, I've never been so happy to see a place like this. The lights are on down there, the little place. After all this feels absolutely rewarding to see. Oh, thank gosh. And now that shouldn't really be asphalt over there. I'm pretty sure that should be dirt or gravel. But for some reason it is asphalt in this sim. Because they've upgraded a lot of remote facilities to be more durable than they really are. And I think 24 has actually performed very well today. I've been impressed with it. It's not quite the bush strip I was expecting to land on. Although, should we improvise? I think we should improvise. We have tundra tires on, don't we? That looks boring. There's 3,000 feet of asphalt there. That is the boring. We're going to not land there. We're going to land as a town. It is much more my flavour. Okay, we're within speed limits, so props are good. That's all good. Flaps notch 1. Everything else is green. Apart from... that's electricity. Everything else is green. Oil temps. That's a mountainside. Let's not do that. So that field down there looks just right for us, next to the town. Should be more than perfect. Although we'll have a quick deco at the one just ahead of us. But that's an alternate spot. We'll have to do a recce pass, but we should be okay. I just think there's some room down there. Hey guys, we're here. Don't make you trek out to the airfield. You can come down to the village. Tell you what, looking over the dash on this thing makes me feel short. And I'm not. Right, we'll do a bit of a recce pass here on our chosen landing spot. Two notches flaps set. The settlement's there. That's going to be our approach to the field there, so power's out. A bit of a slipsy-doodle. Drop us down. This feels very festive, doesn't it? Look at the little town, the lights on. Okay, let's get a good deco out the window here. Through the trees there. Clear snow. No rocks. Rocks as we hit the tree line. Okay, perfect. That's good for us to do. We can make that work. One notch flaps only. Nose down so we don't stall. Turn this tight over the river. We'll set back up, we'll make our approach, and as we have to get in here, we're going to go for a full flap. Just to make it a soft field, because there is snow. I don't know how deep it is. It shouldn't be too bad. But I want to make sure we don't get stuck. So, soft field, light as you like it. Nice and easy. And we'll bring her in. Make sure these guys have the supplies to sit out the storm. We made it through the leading edge of the storm here with the snow. In the growing dusk to bring in their supplies. If it's just beer, I'm going to be very annoyed, but I'll have one. But let's pretend it's nice, you know, wholesome stuff like canned food and turkey for them to see through Christmas and spuds and vegetables. And we're bringing their Christmas dinner supplies in so these guys can weather out the holiday at the camp out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, bring the river through. There's our approach location. Okay, everything is configured. We are TPM. We are flaps. Cowls are closed. Peter's on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Captured airplane by its toe. We're good to go. Okay. Little bit of slowdown. Nice and easy, a little bit of power. Keep my nose where I want it. Okie dokie, we got this. I'm actually gonna not quite power on. Oh god. Slow down, you pig. Come on. That was a bit of a bounce. We caught a snowdrift there. Oh boy. Hope you like your milkshakes. Oh man. Yeah, we caught a bit of a snowdrift there and we went bouncing down the runway. But hey, we had our stuff on. Oh man. That was exciting, was it not? Oh, the light splash on the trees is stunning. That's so atmospheric. Look at that. Yeah, we caught a bit of a ridge there. We'll pretend it was a snowdrift, but that was an intense little landing. Because this terrain is way bumpier than it looked on the Recce Pass. It's way bumpier than I thought it was. Well, you're not going to be driving down this, are you guys? Whew. That was intense, wasn't it? You know what? Sometimes you just want to get out of the plane after an intense flight like that, and in this case, I absolutely do. And look at this little place with the light splashing off the trees, and oh, it's so pretty. And yeah, we clipped that thing. That was our snowdrift we clipped. It went ba-doing! It went flying along. But I saved it this time. I saved it and we made it, and it was much better. It was the darkness and the snow made me miss that, but we stuck the landing. Mostly. I can hear my feet crunching in the snow. I wonder if there's any tire marks. Okay, that's from us back taxiing, I'm pretty sure. Yes, that's from us back taxiing. Is there anything from our touchdown to see where it actually went? Yeah, that's from us. Okay, this is what we got. We came in over there. We touched here, I think. Or we touched just before this. So I think if we look at our trail there, you can see wheel marks here. Oh man, this looks so much smoother before. We came in, we climbed up, and we basically clipped here. Went ski jumping up here, boing. Landed on the downslope like when motocross races. And held that together, because I was up in the air again here. Touched down again about there, I think. And, wow, okay. I'm even more impressed with that landing now, because that was a motocross. My little 206 will never let me down. Enough of this. Hopefully you enjoyed today's wonderful adventures in British Columbia. And, oh, there we go. Can I actually turn around properly? It's so weird actually seeing a character now in third person when we're running around in the sim. But look at this, it just feels so beautiful. This is so festive. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll get this unloaded and I'm going to go stay with these guys for the night and have some of that beer and some of that turkey. Bye!